Welcome to LNN News. I'm Carolyn Day Pruitt. Here are this week's top stories. Virginia residents brace for increases on their electricity bills. This last weekend of September is action-packed for the Tri-Cities. The local Nottoway tribe celebrates its annual powwow, and early voting opens across Virginia. Those stories and more when we return after this.
Bopper's Malt Shop, the niftiest place in Petersburg. Ice cream, candy, footlong hot dogs, burgers, and now introducing the Bopper Blast, a hand-dipped vanilla shake with a blast of candy. Available in over 15 flavors. Bopper's Malt Shop, Old Town Petersburg.
Yes, you can still get haircuts, colors, highlights, waxing services, everything that's going to make you look great right here at the Apothic Company.
Welcome back to the LNN studio. First, let's take a look at state news. Virginians may soon see an increase in their electricity bills. According to the Virginia Mercury, Dominion Energy has been approved by the State Corporation Commission for a rate increase, an increase that provisionally went into effect at the beginning of July. The SCC acknowledged that residents are experiencing cost increases in many areas of everyday life, but said that the new rate was approved because the reasons outlined by Dominion for the hike were backed up by evidence and facts. The increase in the average customer's bill is estimated at around $15 a month. Appalachian Power is following the same path as Dominion and seeking a rate increase approval that is projected to increase customers' monthly electricity costs by around $20. The Youngkin administration published new guidelines for public schools regarding transgender students last Friday. The new policies are a decided shift from the policies previously established by the Northam administration and the then Democrat-controlled 2020 General Assembly, with a focus on parental rights. This change comes in the wake of mixed receipt of the previous policies, which some school districts refused to implement. The new guidelines advocate for schools to, quote, accommodate students with distinctive needs, end quote, but define certain points in more detail. Per the guidelines, parents must give permission for students to change their names, nicknames, and pronouns. Students must use the restroom that corresponds to their biological sex, and parents must remain informed of their children's well-being. These new policies are all issues that have been hotly debated in the public arena in recent years, and the debate continues with mixed public reaction to this new Virginia guidance. Public comments will be received on the matter for 1 month beginning Monday, September 26th. We'll be back with local news after this.
I love being at home. I mean, you do get a lot done. For instance, I just got pre-qualified for a home loan online with BSV. So be a homebody. Visit bsvnet.com to see what you qualify for.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sandy Elba.
And I'm Dr. Adam Elba.
We're chiropractors and we love what we do.
We change lives on a regular basis. We go from pain relief all the way to wellness. We work with the cause of the problem, we help solve the problem, and put your life on a whole different path.
If you're concerned about your health in any way, or you just want to be healthier all the way around, come see us at Chester Family Chiropractic Center.
Welcome back. Let's turn to local news. The weather is expected to shift dramatically this week, cooling to highs in the 70s on Friday, just in time for the weekend. If you're looking to get out and enjoy the fall weather, the Tri-Cities are offering up many events to choose from. Saturday the 24th promises to be a busy day in Petersburg and Hopewell, with 5 different community-based events taking place over the course of the day. To start off your weekend, you can participate in the Friends of the Lower Appomattox River's 14th annual paddle battle. You can choose between the canoe and kayak race or a leisurely paddle from Hopewell to Petersburg, taking in all of the beautiful scenery along the way. The event kicks off at the Hopewell City Marina with a 10-mile paddle to Petersburg's Rotary Park on historic Pocahontas Island. The leisure paddle and the 2-mile shorty race begin at 9 a.m., and the 10-mile race begins at 10 a.m. If you aren't up for a Saturday paddle along the Appomattox, you can cheer on the participants as they launch at the Hopewell Marina and land on Pocahontas Island. After the paddle battle ends, head across the bridge to Old Town Petersburg for the Taste of Old Town celebration. You can purchase a ticket for $25 at the Main Street Petersburg tent at the corner of Bank and Sycamore Streets, and then take a foodie tour of downtown Petersburg, sampling the culinary offerings of over 15 different restaurants, including Bonuts, Local Vibe Cafe, Wabi Sabi, Brickhouse Run, Ernestine's Table, Taban Fry and Southern Eats, Bopper's Malt Shop, and many more. The tasting adventure kicks off at 2 p.m. and ends at 6 p.m., and participants can enter a raffle at the end of the tour for the chance to win a special prize. A short jaunt away from Old Town, the Blandford community is hosting Blandford Community Day from noon to 4 p.m. The event will feature live music from the VSU Gospel Choir and Mosaic Steel Orchestra, as well as a DJ, inflatables, games, 3-on-3 basketball, Zumba, and much more. Tents, grills, and lawn chairs are welcome at the event, and attendees will have the opportunity to focus on health with fresh produce available, as well as free COVID, shingles, flu, and pneumonia vaccinations. The event takes place in the Blandford Schoolyard at 816 East Bank Street. If you want to continue celebrating the weekend, Saturday evening, the Petersburg Historic Foundation will host the annual Ball in the Burg, this year with a Heroes theme. Guests who choose to wear a costume can attend dressed as their favorite superhero or as their favorite everyday hero, such as doctors and police officers. The ball begins at 6 p.m. at the Petersburg Public Library, with proceeds going towards continued preservation efforts in the city. Hopewell has its own ball that Saturday evening, the James River Ball. The event is a cocktail party at the Boathouse again this year, and attendees can look forward to a silent auction featuring the works of local artists. The James River Ball Patrons Committee hosts the annual ball as well as other events throughout the year to raise funds for the arts in Hopewell Public Schools. There are many events to choose from this weekend, whether you're looking for some outdoor exercise on the river, community bonding, a culinary adventure, or to dress to the nines. So get out there and celebrate the beginning of fall. Not many basketball games break out into a dance party, but not many games feature the Court Jesters, the Harlem Globetrotter-style basketball team. Over 100 spectators of all ages rushed the court for an impromptu line dance, one of the many twists on the charity game that pitted local school and emergency service personnel against the Court Jesters. The goal of the evening was entertainment with a purpose, to raise money for area students. From the fans to the players, few were focused on the scoreboard. Between enjoying rim-rocking dunks and comedic dribbling, the game took a more fun and adventurous direction. With names like Sir Dunk-a-Lot and the Pharmacist, a Jester's game is always expected to be a high-flying show, and the Court Jesters delivered a prescription of fun. Over 600 people attended the event at the Petersburg High School Gymnasium, watching their hometown heroes put on a show of their own. Petersburg High School faculty and staff put up one of their own in Rashid Hines, who unofficially dropped 12 points, leading the defenders, unofficially because there was no stat book for the evening. The night held many highlights, including the rowdy Walnut Hill contingency out to support their principal, Mandelia Fisher. His fan base out-cheered all other schools represented that evening, winning Fisher a 50-inch TV. In the end, it wasn't about the stats, the score, or who won. It was about helping Petersburg High School students and making kids of all ages smile. While neither team set the world on fire with an unstoppable scoring frenzy, every player ignited a deeper sense of community pride and togetherness. The real winner of the evening was Petersburg itself. More local news when we come back.
Today's show is brought to you by our friends at the Cloud Factory, who take a customized approach to their customers. They know not everyone is alike, and neither are their needs. So, the Cloud Factory focuses on what's best for you when it comes to CBD, hemp-based products, vape nicotine, glassware, and just about anything, providing alternative routes to a healthier you.
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Keep your home comfortable and quiet with the new energy-efficient Daikin Fit system. Right now at Colonial Plumbing, Heating, and Air, we're offering a $1,000 rebate on any new Daikin Fit HVAC system. Colonial Plumbing, Heating, and Air, service that's revolutionary.
Welcome back. A local Native American tribe held its annual powwow this past weekend, celebrating and welcoming the community to learn about their heritage. LNN's Chai Gallahan attended the event and has the details.
The Nottoway Indian Tribe of Virginia had its annual powwow last weekend, the first in 2 years because of the COVID pandemic, a cause for celebration. We're here with Denise Walters, and she is the chair
of the Nottoway Indian Tribe of Virginia Tribal Council.
What's going on here, Denise?
This is our annual powwow. It's my favorite place to be. Our powwow is a combination of an educational event as well as an opportunity for us to come together and basically have a big family reunion. Not
Great.
just our family, but the whole indigenous family in the area, and also all of our community partners and our extended family.
What can people expect at the Nottoway powwow?
You're going to see dancers, you're going to hear lots of information about our history and our culture, and you'll see lots of exhibits that talk about our history, our tribe, indigenous seeds, native foods, lots of vendors with their traditional crafts, lots of just fun people to be with.
And it's not just about the past, like you said. What is going on with the Nottoway tribe today as they're evolving with the culture in the world?
We're doing a lot of things. We do a lot of educational programming. We go all over and talk to people about our history and our culture.
Is there a takeaway that you'd like to leave people watching this to have about the powwow and the Nottoway tribe and Native American culture in general?
I would say that people should come out and really experience being here with us because you don't really understand until you are part of the culture. So come be with us, learn, and we'll have a great time together. Meow.
We're here with Jamie Helmick. She's one of the traditional dancers here at the powwow. What's the significance of the powwow to you, Jamie?
The powwow it's very personal to me. It's a way to express my culture and share it with other people. I love sharing their cultures with them and my culture with people, so this is a great way for me to just be around other Native people, share culture with the public.
You know what I've noticed about seeing everybody here at the powwow? You have Native people who are of all races. There are African Americans here, there are Hispanics, there's Asians, there's Caucasians.
Well, part of the expression of the culture as it lives today is that 400 years of colonization have changed what tribes have looked like over time.
What's a big takeaway you'd like to have to give to people watching this or attending powwows in general?
I encourage you to learn more about the tribes that exist in your area, spend time learning about the people's land that you live on or you work on, and engage with them as much as possible and share their culture as much as possible.
This is Chai Gallahan reporting from Surrey for LNN USA.
Early voting opens across Virginia this Friday, September 23rd. If you wish to cast your vote early but still prefer to vote in person, you can head to your city or county's voter registrar's office and cast your ballot there. You must be a registered voter in the Commonwealth in order to do so, and you can register to vote or update your registration with your local voter registrar from now through Monday, October 17th. Curbside voting for those with mobility challenges is available for early in-person voting by request. The last day to vote early in person is the Saturday before Election Day. Friday, October 28th is the last day that voters can request an absentee ballot if they choose to vote by mail. The Thunder rolled one last time this season as the Downtown Thunder crew hosted their annual Roy Cox Memorial event at Scott Park in Prince George. The park was packed with bikes, custom cars, and over 600 people who caught the live music and also honored one of the Thunder's departed iconic characters. The event was held Saturday, September 17th, and treated spectators to the usual food, fun, bikes, cars, and beverages that have become synonymous with a Thunder event. But Saturday's event had one extra feature. Local emergency services apparatus was on display, a fitting display considering Cox's involvement as an emergency responder. Thunder is slated to kick back into gear next season. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on next year's schedule. For these stories and more, check out this week's edition of the LNN Insider Digital News Magazine. Subscribe by going to LNNusa.com and clicking on the subscribe button at the top of the page. We'll be back with sports and weather in a moment.
Hourglass Realty Group.
Opening the door to your next journey.
The most rewarding part of my day would be seeing the residents putting a smile on their faces, especially if I have family members come up to me and say, "Oh, my loved one, they said they did this with you and they loved it," and that just makes me feel like I'm making a difference in their lives. My name is Chrissy Roth. I'm the Memory Care Activities Coordinator at Dunlop House. We definitely make a difference in the lives of our residents, and I would encourage anyone to come to Dunlop House and see what we're all about. Dunlop House, more than a house, it's home.
Now we go to G. Anadipe for the sports update.
This week's NFL Power Rankings are in, and not much has changed since last week. Now, still at the top of the mountain are the Buffalo Bills with a record of 2-0. The number 2 and number 3 teams are the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, both with 2-0 records as well. Sliding into the number 4 slot are the Los Angeles Chargers with a record of 1-1, and sneaking into the top 5 list are the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if you're a Cowboys fan, you guys are now down at the 14th slot. And if you're a Commanders fan, you guys aren't doing so hot either. You guys are down at the 24th spot.
How about those Dolphins?
The Dolphins suck. Now, it's still too early for us to determine just how good these teams are and who's going to end up in the NFL Super Bowl. But we have a lot of season left to go, and it looks like it's going to be a good one. Now let's head on over to basketball because I'm getting ready to blow your minds. Did you guys know that there is a professional basketball league where only women play? Crazy, right? They call it the WNBA. Now, it's not as popular or as exciting as the NBA, but still a very competitive league. They just wrapped up their season this past week and want to congratulate the Las Vegas Aces who just won their very first WNBA championship. Over in the MLB, Aaron Judge just made baseball history by becoming one of only 6 men who have ever hit over 60 home runs in a single season. And he's not even done yet. He has at least 12 more games to go. Now this is going to solidify his spot among the greats such as Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, and even Babe Ruth. Congratulations and good luck. That's it for sports. Back to you, Cameron Day.
Thanks so much, G. Now we go to Chai, the weather guy, Gallahan. Chai, how's the weekend weather looking for us?
The weather looks fantastic, Carolyn Day. For those of you who like the sunny outdoors but not the hot temperatures and humidity of summer, Friday heralds the coming of autumn with sunny skies and a high near 68, including a 14 miles per hour breeze with gusts of 22. The low is around 50. What a gift for those who love autumn. Saturday continues the trend, but with a high near 74 and a low of 59. Sunday continues the temperature ascension, increasing to the high of 84 and a low of 63, now with partly cloudy skies and a rain chance of 30%. The work week starts off with mild temperatures, with Monday through Wednesday seeing highs in the mid-70s through the mid-80s, with lows in the mid-50s and 60s, mostly sunny. What does this mean for you? It's a great time to go outdoors with the lower temperatures, and you're less likely to break a sweat. Plus, with the humidity lowering, you can really enjoy stargazing at night. Just be sure to include fantastic company and maybe some soft jazz for a celestial ambiance. Back to you, Carolyn Day.
Thanks, Chai. That's it for this week's newscast. We'll see you next Thursday for the latest local news. In the meantime, be sure to follow LNN USA on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thanks for watching LNN, news by the people, for the people. Hi, I'm Carolyn Day Pruitt.
And I'm Chai Gallahan.
Major media companies have editorialized reporting and called it news. The free press was never designed to be journalistic interpretation of the facts. LNN USA is committed to reporting facts about issues important to you, but the free press is anything but free.
LNN USA exists to serve our fellow citizens. As a locally owned and operated digital news network, we forego the expensive printing presses, costly production plants, and corporate overhead. Your membership dollars are primarily used to pay local reporters to cover local news. Reporters dedicated to investigative news and features that matter. To do that, we need your support.
Become a member, and you'll receive the LNN Insider Weekly Email, a 40-page magazine packed full of news and features you won't find anywhere else. Membership also includes full access to LNN News broadcast archives, LNN Insider magazine archives, extended interview clips not aired in the weekly broadcasts, and more.
Your membership supports local independent reporting free from corporate and political pressure and agendas. Become an LNN member today by going to LNNusa.com and clicking on the subscribe button at the top of the page.